wonderful. You know, Knight Frank has been in existence for the past 60 years, and you can see that we are celebrating the anniversary, our diamond anniversary. So it has been so wonderful. So being there with Knight Frank. So, and this is a moment we have to enjoy and we have to celebrate, at least to let the world know that Knight Frank is doing a 60th anniversary. The memory I would like to share is that, you know, ever since the time I joined Knight Frank, it's as if maybe I have to remain there, maybe to the point of my retirement. So because of the benefit, the awareness, the brand itself, that wherever you go, when you tell people that you are from Knight Frank, they say, wow, Knight Frank is still Nigeria. You know, you can see we are waxing stronger in Nigeria. I've been with Knight Frank for the past 16 years, so to say. So, and you can see. So it's as if maybe I'm still just starting, but you know, because of the experience I have, so you know, just like maybe I have to continue working with Knight Frank. I wish Knight Frank to continue to becoming stronger in the real estate practice. You know, we have various sectors in Knight Frank, because we do valuation, we do brokerage, we do facility management, then we do property management.
So we're going to welcome a man who understands God's perspective and also understands the government's perspective, and he has done business as well. Former Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, and a pastor by the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Pastor Oke Enelama as he comes to offer up an opening prayer.
Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. You will agree with me that the MC has set the tone, that 60 years is not a joke. And he's also set the tone by acknowledging that, like, unless God helps you, you can't do 60 years in Nigeria. And one of my senior colleagues on my table said, anywhere, not just Nigeria. You know, and just before we pray, I want to remind us of the scripture that backs up what he said. There's a scripture that says, except the Lord builds the house, they labor in vain that build. Except he watches the city, the watchman waketh but in vain. So when we are thanking God, I don't think it's just being religious. I think we are being wise. Father, we have come to say thank you. Yes, tonight is a night of celebration. It's a night of joy. It's a night of socialization and interaction and merrymaking. But first, we want to say thank you to you. Thank you for 60 years and counting for Knight Frank. Thank you for the vicissitudes, the turns, everything that has happened. You have kept them and are waxing stronger and stronger. That's why we're gathered here tonight. Therefore, we want to invite you to take center stage. Please come and take your place of honor. You are not visible as we talk about being visible with our physical eyes, but we know your presence will make the difference tonight. Father, please come and help us to have an excellent evening. Let everything go well. Let everything go so well that even those that do not know you will acknowledge there was something different about this event tonight. And Father, as we celebrate 60 years of Knight Frank, 60 years often associated with a diamond, we pray that their diamond years are ahead and that the next 60 years will be better than the last 60 years. And that for as many as have come to celebrate with them, even as your word says, they too will have cause to celebrate. And please, Father, let there be a lot of good faith, goodwill, everything that will be done tonight. Let it produce good results, excellent results, so that at the end of it all glory, all honor, all adoration will return to you. And the blessings will be ours, Father. For in Jesus' name we have prayed. Amen.
Please put your hands together for Pastor Oke Enelama. Another thing that happens in events like this is we spend the whole evening acknowledging esteemed guests. I've taken a quick scan of the room and I've seen quite a few people worthy of acknowledgement, and it will be foolhardy of me to try and do name recognitions of everyone. So allow me to just be brief and generic and to say we greet the Deputy High Commissioner from the British Deputy High Commission, Mr. Johnny Baxter. Good to have you. On behalf of Knight Frank Nigeria, I believe they want me to do a very big welcome to the group chairman for Knight Frank. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. William Beardmore Gray. Welcome you to Lagos. And allow me to say, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you are all welcome tonight as we celebrate 60 years of Knight Frank in Nigeria. The story of Knight Frank in Nigeria is pretty much the story of Nigeria. You know, they've been here just shortly after our independence, 5 years after our independence, and they have weathered every storm. The way the country has weathered every storm, Knight Frank has weathered every storm. Going through the early days of independence, navigating, you know, the terrain that was new to everybody in Nigeria, going through military rule, Knight Frank is still here. They were in Nigeria when the dollar was $1.50 to a naira. Think about that for a second. And they've weathered every storm. Knight Frank is here still, not just surviving, but thriving with the dollar at 1,610 to a naira. That is phenomenal. To survive in Nigeria as a business takes so much agility. You have to keep moving, changing with the government that changes, with the currency that changes, with what the economy demands. And to have done it for 60 years, it takes great leadership. It takes partnership that is remarkable from many of the companies that are represented here. It takes dedicated staff. It takes the favor of God, and it takes just vision and excellence. So today we're going to be celebrating that, not just Knight Frank, but we're going to be celebrating all the partners who have put their hand to the plow to make sure that this company keeps thriving. So ladies and gentlemen, one more time, please put your hands together for 60 years of excellence, 60 years of making sure that clients can rest and relax when it comes to their real estate, 60 years of providing advocacy, investment, and professional consultancy in the field. Knight Frank stands head and shoulders above everybody in this market. So once more, 60 years, let's hear it. Big resounding, I want them to hear this in Ikoyi. I want them wondering what's going on in Victoria Island. Thank you, thank you. Next, I'm going to ask you to welcome a gentleman who is leading the charge in Nigeria. And as you welcome him, I don't want you welcoming and clapping like, you know, there's golf claps. Here, what. No, I want you clapping like this is your favorite footballer coming out of the tunnel. I want you clapping like this is Michael Jackson back from the dead. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the next James Bond as he comes to the stage. No other than the man setting the tone, senior partner and CEO of Knight Frank Nigeria, Mr. Frank Okosu.
What did he say? He said James Bond, but I'm a professional. I'm not James Bond. A very good evening to everyone, and we're very, very happy to have you. 60 years is what? Is a lot of celebration. His Excellencies who are yet to come in here, my global chair, Will, you did promise me you'll be here, and you're here. Thank you very much. All the governments, representative, federal states, welcome, welcome, welcome. The diplomatic communities, the UK government, thank you very much for here. It's with immense pride and deep gratitude that I welcome you all to this occasion. It's a great occasion for us. The 60 years anniversary of Knight Frank Nigeria presence in this country. Very, very amazing for all of us. For us to drive well and be here for 60 years. Like Ike said, businesses have collapsed, but we are still here. But we can thank God. A diamond jubilee. It's not merely of business longevity, but it's defined by excellence, integrity, partnership, and unwavering belief on the promise of Nigeria. Because Nigeria has given us the atmosphere to thrive. What else can we say? What else? But to thank the government of Nigeria for giving us the atmosphere to be able to perform our business. I am deeply humbled, Ray, for all my country directors across the globe represent here. It shows the kind of confidence that has shaped who we are, and also to continue. For that presence reflects our shared commitment of excellence across Africa and the globe. To the representative of all the countries in here, what can I say? We are honored by your presence. Thank you for fostering the environment that drives enterprise and innovations. To our dedicated staff, what can we say? Both past and present, and your families who have stood behind us. This milestone belongs to you all. It belongs to you. Your dedication is the foundation of our success we all have today. And that's why we can come in here to celebrate 60 years, still driving, still on top of all our transactions, and showing who we are in the business. When Knight Frank Nigeria opened shop 65 years ago, 5 years when Nigeria gained their independence, few could have imagined the scale of transformation to come. They never believed in us. No, they never believed in us. But what is happening today in the business? Since that time, Knight Frank Nigeria has grown from a modest practice to a market-leading real estate consultancy firm and a pan-Africa presence and a global outlook. We can give me a hand. Because I have my competitors here. I have my president of the institution here. We have helped shape Nigerian built environment. Nobody here will not tell me. We have done that. From iconic commercial projects to innovative residential developments. We've done all that. From valuations, from strategic consultancy, what else have we not done? I would have been happy if the governors were here so that they could understand what we're talking, what impact we have shown in the beauty industry. We have proudly delivered value, insights, knowledge, and trust across the cycle of real estate. What else have we not done? We have all the private sector driven people in the oil and gas, in whatever we can have, seated here this evening to celebrate with us. Knight Frank. Knight Frank. We keep on saying it to my guys. We're not just celebrating, we're celebrating the future. We're committed to leading a digital transformation, sustainability, and smart urban development. I saw the former special advisor to the governor on housing. She was part of all our strategic conversations, our breakfast conversations, and how to move the real estate business forward. You agree with me that the housing deficit in Nigeria today is an alarming thing. Very alarming. What do we require to close that gap in the housing sector? All hands has to be. The Access Holdings, where we pay the cost of visit to them, we're very happy. We are partnering with them to ensure that we have the Emirate funds that will drive the sustainability with ESG principles to ensure we close that gap. 21 million units, and it requires about 21 trillion to close that gap in the population of much. How much? Ladies and gentlemen, it's not to speak too much this evening, but it's for us to appreciate and to be able to trust what Knight Frank Nigeria, what we've been doing to this country. As we raise our glass tonight, let us honor the journey behind us. Let us recommit ourselves to the road ahead. Bold, collaborative, and honest and deeply rooted in the values we have brought that we all of us are here today. On behalf of Knight Frank Nigeria, we want to thank our trusted partners for trusting in us that the success of our story today. Wise for that trust they've given to us. Nothing else about the trust. Nothing else about integrity. We want to give all back to the Almighty God. But above that, let us celebrate. Let us continue to hold ourselves together. Celebration has started. Thank you. God bless Knight Frank.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I promised Frank that I was going to be brief, so I'll get moving. But distinguished friends, esteemed partners, the first thing I want to do today is to thank Frank for throwing such an amazing party. He is a great host. Thank you very much indeed. But secondly, it is such an honour and a pleasure to be here in Lagos to celebrate what is an amazing milestone. 60 years of Knight Frank in Nigeria. Absolutely amazing. But before I talk about Knight Frank Nigeria and the impact it's had on the industry and the communities here, I'd like to tell you a little bit more about what Knight Frank Nigeria is part of and the extensive family around the world. We're proud to have the largest privately owned residential and commercial property consultancy in the world. We pride ourselves on our heritage, which dates back to 1896. We're 130 years old next year. All of our relationships are built on trust and integrity. We put our clients first, connecting their ambitions with the people and teams around the world that can help deliver them. Our clients have unique needs and require a property consultancy that gets it, that makes it personal. So let's focus our attention on Nigeria and Lagos, our home tonight. Our story began in 1965, and I know you won't believe it, but that's the year before I was born. That modest step laid the foundation for what would become one of Nigeria's most respected real estate consultancies. In those early years, we managed property portfolios for industry giants such as John Holt, UAC, and Leventis. And today, that small beginning has grown into a dynamic organisation across Nigeria. And we are so proud that Nigeria is part of a broader global network. 21 offices across the African continent in 10 countries, and nearly 400 offices in 55 countries around the world, bringing international best practice to local realities. This legacy, as aptly described by our past senior partner Joseph Ojo Asaji, stands as an eternal oak, a testament to the enduring strength of our foundation. And yet our commitment to the future as important as our reverence to the past. And Frank, you should be really proud of the legacy that you are creating in the Knight Frank Academy, launched in 2023. How impactful this initiative is developing new talent and how it's redefining the landscape in the Nigerian property market. That vision for the future aligns with wider regional dynamics. According to the 2025 Knight Frank Wealth Report, Africa is rapidly becoming a centre for wealth creation. The continent's population of ultra-high net worth individuals will grow by 20% by 2028. And though Africa may be behind some regions like Asia and North America in absolute numbers, it is poised to outperform in relative growth, driven by its youthful population, natural resources, improving infrastructure, and an expanding middle class. These trends signal vast opportunities for real estate, both in commercial and residential markets. At Knight Frank, we're not only aware of these trends, we are actively positioning to harness them. So today, as we mark 6 decades of excellence, we honour our foundation, built by visionaries who saw the value of a professional real estate consultancy in a growing nation. We celebrate our present, where deep local knowledge is amplified by global reach. And we embrace a future of possibility, shaped by demographic shifts, wealth creation, innovation, and the talents of tomorrow. To our clients, to our colleagues, to our alumni, thank you. Your trust and collaboration have made this journey possible. And together we will continue to shape Knight Frank's built environment for a brighter future and for generations to come. Here's to Knight Frank Nigeria, 60 years of excellence and a horizon filled with promise. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. William Bear-Moray. Please put your hands together properly for him. As he comes up, he's going to be helping us with presenting first 6 awards that were given out today. We appreciate your partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Admiralty Fleet Limited. Thank you. Please put your hands together for them as she makes her way back to the seat. We'd like to welcome our next recipient of a special recognition award. Please put your hands together and welcome Allied Air. I don't like the applause you're giving Allied Air. Come on, put your hands together properly for Allied Air. If you're coming from Allied Air, let me see your hand in the air. All right, I see you. Let's hear it for Allied Air, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for the years of trust and stellar business. Thank you so much. Please put your hands together for Allied Air. Our next recipient, we would like to make welcome Megastar Technical and Construction Company. Let's hear it for Megastar Technical and Construction Company. I like the smile on your face, sir. Thank you. We appreciate the way you've stood by us. First Bank of Nigeria. Is somebody coming from First Bank? I see someone coming from First Bank. Please make some room for him. Thank you. As well to our global chairman, thank you very much, I appreciate you. Next person to help me with presentations, I see the food coming out, I will get out of your way shortly. Please make welcome the president of the Institute of Estate Surveyors and Valuers. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for estimable estate surveyor and valuer himself, Mr. Victor Alonge. Thank you, sir. The first award that we'll be handing out will go to the oil sector, Total Energies. Let's hear it for Total Energies, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have a recipient from Total Energies coming? If we do, please wave a hand so that we wait for you. Total Energies, I see you. Let's hear it again for Total Energies. Congratulations. Next, please welcome our next recipient, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Please put your hands together as somebody makes their way to the stage from the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. If you are that individual making your way from the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, do me a favor and wave a hand so that I'm sure you're coming and we wait for you. In the absence of a hand, I am going to move on. Next, please welcome St. Nicholas House Limited. Please put your hands together for St. Nicholas House Limited. Nicholas House Limited. If you're coming from St. Nicholas House Limited, please wave a hand so that we wait for you. I see some of our guests are still making their way to join us. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for Mr. Alonga. Thank you so much. I see your starters have come out, and as you cannot speak back to me or clap while you're eating decently, allow me to step out of your way and leave you with some beautiful music. I will be back and will present some more awards in a short while. Please enjoy your dinner.
Talk
please make welcome Intel Group. Intel Group, please put your hands together for Intels as they come out to receive. Intel has done some fantastic work in logistics, and we're glad that they've trusted the Knight Frank Group with some of their business. Please put your hands together for Intels as they come out to receive their award tonight. Do we have someone coming from Intels? Some phenomenal development they have going in on there. We appreciate all their work. If we don't have anyone from Intels, I will move on. We'll get the award to them. I'm moving to our next recipient now. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Africa Reinsurance Corporation. Please put your hands together for Africa Reinsurance Corporation. Do we have anyone to receive the award for Africa Reinsurance Corporation? If you're coming, please wave a hand so that I know that it's you and we don't skip you. I want to make sure everybody who's here gets their moment in the sun. I'm going to move on to the next one, second to the last. The Bua Group. Do we have someone here from the Bua Group? Please put your hands together for the Bua Group. Scan in the room. If you're coming from the Bua Group to receive for your company, please wave your hand so that we know that you're here and you're coming. In the absence of any, the last award that we'll be handing out tonight, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Pinnacle Oil and Gas. Let's hear it for Pinnacle Oil and Gas. Is anyone coming from Pinnacle Oil and Gas? Oh, I see you. Thank you. Please put your hands together for Pinnacle Oil and Gas. Thank you to Pinnacle Oil and Gas Limited and to all the partners who've received this special recognition award today. Thank you as well to Chief Timmy Alabi. Please put your hands together for him. Now, we have a few awards we want to hand out for the golf kitty that took place earlier today. I'm not going to pretend at all like I play golf. I'm still too young, and I don't mean that in age, I mean that in wealth. You know, golf is a rich man's sport. It takes time to play 9 holes, and you have to have achieved certain stature in life. Right now in my life, I don't have that time available. I'm still on these streets trying to make money. So let me call up somebody who is more adept at the sports to be handing out those awards today. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Mr. Yemi Adeola. Please put your hands together for Mr. Yemi Adeola as he comes up. A fine gentleman. You can see just from his look that this is someone who knows about the sport in 9 holes. Probably playing today in 1. All right. This could be you if you played earlier today, so let's give them our attention and our appreciation with the round of applause as we call them. And if I call out any of these awards wrong, please feel free to correct me. I'm still learning all about golf. First award will be for the nearest to pinhole, is that 2 or 11? Nearest to pinhole 2. Right? The award recipient is Abiodun Dabiri. Abiodun Dabiri, congratulations. You received the award for nearest to pinhole 2. Is Abiodun Dabiri here? I move quickly, I will move on. Next award for the longest drive, hole 9. This goes to Emeka Onka. Please put your hands together for Mr. Emeka Onka. Is Mr. Emeka Onka present? He is. Okay, good. Please keep clapping till Mr. Emeka Onka gets to the stage. Okay, he may be present, but did he step out maybe? Because I don't see anyone coming. If you are, Mr. Emeka Onka, making your way to the stage. I hear it. Okay, that's you. Thank you. Please put your hands together for him. I see him come. That's not the direction to the stage, sir. All right, so I'm going to skip and move on to the next. This is for the Ladies Net winners. Okay, first runner-up in this category. Let's hear it for Tonya Lawani. Tonya Lawani, I think that's her coming from the back. Keep clapping till she gets here. That's our first runner-up. Let's hear it for Tonya Lawani, ladies and gentlemen. First runner-up for the Golf Kitty that happened this morning, I believe. Congratulations. All right, next in the ladies' net winners, let's hear it for the winner, Fumi Omo. Please put your hands together for Fumi Omo. Is Fumi Omo here? If you are Fumi Omo or coming on her behalf, please lift a hand and wave it so that I see you and we do not skip you. I don't think Fumi Omo is in the hall. I'm going to move on to the men's net winners. Third place, let's hear it for Biodun Dabiri. Come on, put your hands together for Biodun Dabiri. Third place in the men's net winners. Is Biodun Dabiri here? I imagine third place is still an honor and your award will be sent to you. Moving now to second place, our runner-up. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Tony Madujemo. Tony Madujemo. Do we have Mr. Tony Madujemo here? I believe we do not have anyone coming. If you are coming, you're him, please put your hands together, or rather raise your hand so I can see you. In the absence of our runner-up, we move straight away to our winner in the men's category. Net winners. Ladies and gentlemen, our winner is Hyacinth Oseji. Please put your hands together for Mr. Hyacinth Oseji. Is that you coming from the back, sir? The winner is present. I see him making his way to the stage majestically. Let's hear it for Mr. Hyacinth Oseji. Thank you very much, Mr. Adela. I appreciate you as well. Thank you. Okay. Well, our evening is progressing very quickly. We would like to welcome a few people to give, some goodwill messages, concerning Knight Frank. It's one thing to hear or to know that you've done great over the last 60 years, to look in your industry and see for yourself the impact. But it's an entirely different thing when people from outside, other companies, sometimes your competitors or people in other industries, take a moment to say, we see you, we appreciate you, and we value you. So we want to take a few moments to welcome a few goodwill messages from some partners, friends, and we call them family. Ladies and gentlemen, first of which will be from the Institute of Estate Surveyors and Valuers. Please welcome one more time to the stage as he comes to speak this time, the estimable Estate Surveyor and Valuer, Mr. Victor Alonge. Please put your hands together for him.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to especially recognize the chairman of Knight Frank, the global organization, and also my good friend, my colleague, the senior partner and CEO of Knight Frank Nigeria, Mr. Frank Okoso, and all the partners of Knight Frank, both retired and serving. I say good evening to you all, and also welcome to this specially convened gathering to celebrate the outstanding achievements and impactful contribution of Knight Frank Nigeria to our industry, the real estate industry, and the national economic development in the last 60 years. I'm honored and particularly delighted that this historic celebration is actually happening during my tenure as the president of the professional body, which Knight Frank Nigeria played a key role in establishing over 5 decades ago. I'm therefore delighted to be part of this occasion. On behalf of the Council and the membership of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, I wish to profoundly congratulate my dear, distinguished professional and worthy colleague, the senior partner of CEO of Knight Frank Nigeria, Frank Okoso, and his colleague partners, management, and the entire staff of the company on the celebration of the outstanding and highly impactful legacy of the last 6 decades. As a member of Knight Frank Global family, as a professional practice, Knight Frank Nigeria has grown from a little beginning, from what we have been told this evening, when it was established in 1965, to what is now the foremost firm of estate surveyors and valuers and property professional practice in Nigeria, and a leading real estate professional firm in sub-Saharan Africa. No doubt, the company has, in the past 60 years, significantly impacted our nation's economy through its core real estate services, covering asset valuation, property development, facility management, and estate agency. Recognized and widely acknowledged for robust business acumen, exceptional value creation, and delivering comprehensive real estate services, and for impressive economic contribution within the Nigerian and sub-Saharan African space, and Frank Nigeria has today assumed the status of a shining beacon and a pivotal player in Nigeria's real estate landscape. Its contribution to Nigeria's economic development is huge and significant, and we in the real estate professional practice are extremely proud of its contribution. Its mark indelible, its impact extensive. The innovative effort of the company in talent and professional development has remained a recommendable benchmark for real estate professionals and organizations, and a continuous source of pride for us in Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers. Through its several innovative training programs, the firm has been complementing the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers capacity building and professional development efforts. Therefore, beyond the corporate milestone, we are also celebrating the spirit of resilience, the triumph of ingenuity, excellence, and legacy anchored upon visionary leadership, committed management, transformative initiatives, devoted employees, enduring collaboration, and genuine partnership. So Knight Frank's phenomenal growth and landmark achievements that we are celebrating today, no doubt, are products of hard work, passionate commitment to the highest standards of professionalism, best global practices, highest level of industry ethical conduct, integrity,
and commercial astutes. On this remarkable day, therefore, it is important to pay tribute to the founding fathers for their vision and determination which brought Knight Frank Nigeria into existence, and have continued to inspire the succeeding leadership to strive for excellence and greatness every day, and which paved the way for today's celebration. If the succeeding leadership had not continually turned the establishment vision and ideas into reality, there wouldn't have been no need. There would have been no extraordinary achievements to celebrate today, and there would have been no need for us to converge in this venue this evening. As I reflect on the past challenges and triumphs of this huge real estate service provider organization, and on reaching its significant milestone, I come to the conclusion that it has been a journey inspired, lubricated, and fueled by purpose and rugged determination by past and present leadership. Over the past 60 years, you have worked to create and provide services that change lives and society's trajectory. And this season, you are taking the time to honor your history. And we, in this profession, are extremely proud of what you have done for us. It is truly a remarkable feat that Knight Frank is marking his diamond anniversary today, which is a monumental milestone. If this celebration is made an all-year-long event, I bet you it wouldn't have been out of order. Few would have foreseen 6 decades ago that this company would attain the height it has today in the national and even global real estate arena. I can imagine the narrative 60 years ago. I can imagine the odds and the challenges which have been successfully crossed and subdued by this firm in the last 60 years. However, it's a totally different narrative today. So looking ahead, I'm absolutely convinced that Knight Frank Nigeria stands ready to confront the many challenges it may encounter as the company enters the next 60 years of its history, as it steadily remains focused on building for more innovation, more impact, more partnership, more collaboration, and more shared moment with the people who have made this journey worthwhile. Finally, I want to congratulate on behalf of the Nigerian Institute of Estates Investors and Valuers. One thing is that Knight Frank has been a pillar right from the establishment of this institution till today. The company has been a pillar for the continued functioning and success of the institution. Because without the institution, it will be difficult to actually professional practice by government. So I want to pay tribute to Knight Frank for standing firm and fully supporting the institution. So I want to congratulate once again Estate Surveyor and Valuer Frank Okosu for the excellent transformative work he has done to the company since he took over the mantle and for his leadership. I remember before he became the senior partner, we met in my office. I wasn't the president. We have been very close. And we discussed, and quite frankly, most of the things he hinted on that day, he has not been it. And what you are doing in the industry is actually having positive impact on our profession. And we thank you so much for this. I also want to thank the partners and other staff for the good work they're doing in supporting the senior partner. You have not only succeeded in ensuring the survival of Knight Frank Nigeria, you have indeed transformed its business model and dynamics. I also congratulate the other partners and management for the celebration of this incredible journey. On behalf of the Nigerian Institute of Estates and Valuers, once again, I thank you for helping to keep our profession, our professional flag flying. While we all share this joyous occasion with you, I pray that Knight Frank, Nigeria's future, will be more prosperous, progressive, and impactful for our profession, industry, nation, and humanity in general. So here is to 60 years of profoundly significant professional impact and a future that promises to be even more impactful. Congratulations for a worthy celebration. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Longe, for that very heartfelt message from the Institute. We appreciate you. Very thorough. I'm going to invite our next speaker in a moment, but I'm told that the governor of Enugu State had purpose to be here, His Excellency Dr. Peter Ndubisi Mba. But unfortunately was called away very last minute. However, he managed to send a representative. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me and acknowledge the presence of the Commissioner for Transport from Enugu State. Please put your hands together for the very esteemed Dr. Obi Ozo. Thank you so much, sir. Okay. Next, we would like to hear from the chairman of Megastar Constructions. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for architect Harcourt Haduke. Please put your hands together as he makes his way to the stage.
Knight Frank Global, Knight Frank International, Knight Frank National, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to take Frank Okosu as my point of contact for Knight Frank. I met Frank when he was the branch manager in Port Harcourt. And how did I meet him? I've been hearing from our mentor, Admiral Festus Bobini, who was always telling me about Frank. Frank did this, Frank did that, Frank is doing well, Frank. So I said, who is Frank? He said, it's Knight Frank. If this is Knight Frank, I'm beginning to suspect this guy. You know, Nigerians know how to clone names. His name is Frank, and then he has added Knight to it so that he can make good business. I said, well, as far as he can do business, I'm game. So I think I requested, I called him or something and we met. And I still remember when I saw him first. He was wearing a charcoal suit with a red tie, polished shoes. He was looking clean, very good. And I said, wow, is this all for property? But to cut a long story short, at that point, I decided that this man is a man I have to do business with. And I did go ahead to do business with him. And we had to shed one of my friends, very good friends, who wasn't doing particularly well with our property. So I said, okay, Frank it is. So we did something together in Port Harcourt, which went well. Then he came by one day and said he's been transferred to Lagos. I said, okay, I'll come and visit you. After a few weeks, I decided that I should go to Lagos and see Frank. Because I actually thought that Knight Frank was his friend. Because the passion and energy he put into the company was unparalleled. If you call Frank at 5:30, he's up. You call him at 11, he's up. You call him at 12, he's up. So it has to be his company, Knight Frank. So I arrived 25 Campbell, and then downstairs, even the guy looking after the cars, as soon as I just said I want to see, he said, come. Please, here's the lift. I said, wow. I went into the lift, there was a guy sitting on the bench there. He said, who are you looking for? I said, Frank. I said, upstairs. And then, when I got upstairs, I went to see Frank. Frank took me to Chief Arizo's office. Am I correct? Yes, we went to Chief Arizo's office. We said hello. Then we went to Chief Ehondo's office. And I said hello again. Then we did business for about 15, 20 minutes. And he timed it well. He said, come around 11. I said, okay. So by the time we finished pleasantries and everything, it was lunchtime. So he asked me, Ako, would you have lunch? I said, sure. But I calculated 3 hours for lunch, 1 hour to the restaurant, 1 hour for eating, 1 hour back. I was a little reluctant, but I had given my day to Frank. So I said, okay. Little did I know that it was 12 steps away, 12 steps. Came out of the office and took less than 12 steps, we walked into a nice restaurant for 12 only. As we walked in, there was Michelin star food, and on the wall are all the CEOs of Knight Frank. I was impressed. Apart from the food, they gave you wine. I was further impressed. Now you have to understand, according to my wife, you have to understand when somebody is roasting you. I knew then that I was being roasted. Because you've discussed something. You need to take a decision. That's fine. Then he gives you good food. That's also fine. Then he gives you wine. It is easier to take that decision. But there was something I noticed there and then, starting from the man who greeted me once I came out of the car, to Chief Orizo, to Frank himself. And that was before Frank became chief. There was a culture of service, exceptional service, trustworthiness that had been built over years. And I believe that is what we are celebrating tonight. That kind of culture, if you know Nigeria well, like we all do, does not come in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. It was as if they all went to the same school. They always greet you. They greet you. And when people start greeting you like this, I get scared. They are trying to put their hand in my pocket. But it is not so. Because if you call Frank about property at 1 a.m., he will respond to you. Funny enough, if you call Frank, and I remember one day I came to Lagos, I didn't want to travel back. And I called Frank. I said, I didn't plan to travel back. He said, yes, now, just book into a hotel. I said, I don't have boxers. Before he could say Jack, Frank had sent a driver with boxers to my hotel room. I said, what is it that Frank cannot do? Ladies and gentlemen, please, I want to thank Frank for what he has done for us, what he's doing for all our friends, and I wish Knight Frank Global, Knight Frank International, and Knight Frank National many, many more years to go. But I didn't tell you something. Why I thought it was his company in Port Harcourt was that I went to school overseas, and I knew about Knight Frank and Rotley. I knew about Knight Frank and Rotley. I didn't know about Knight Frank. So that's why I thought that Knight Frank it is his company. Thank you.
Not sure, I was told we have 2 minutes, and I was wondering how can we talk about a company that's been in existence for 60 years in 2 minutes. So please pardon me if I go over 2 minutes. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank Frank Okosu, Chairman Global, and most of the leaders from Frank, Knight Frank in Africa, for being here. I'll make it short. It's very simple. It does not matter what business you have, Knight Frank will treat you as a multinational. I met Frank. First time I met him, I said, look, listen, there's a property in Lekki. Will you be interested in selling the property. You won't believe it. Frank will call you in the morning, he will call you in the afternoon, he will call you in the evening, and I was wondering, is the CEO, why does he have to do this? Later I realized that that's the culture of Knight Frank. No business is too small for them, and they are willing to do anything. At the end of the day, Frank said to me, listen, the guy who comes with the property from Lekki one day will build a block of flats or a block of office building in Ikoyi. So the way we treat this little guy is because we know someday he's going to do that. And Frank, Knight Frank, 60 years, they must have been doing something right. Play the tape back. Government, leaders, institutions, banks have so much trust in Knight Frank. At the end of the day, if you want to do an honest business, you have, if it's valuation or a study, and you have Knight Frank stamp on that project, you'll be sure that you will get what you want. And today, I'm so honored that I'm standing here, and I tell you, most of you will be wondering, it's not in the estate, or it's not into property business, but we are looking at something, and at the end of the day, it's the man behind the whole project is Knight Frank. Please, I'd like everybody to thank Frank for what he's done. He's put us on a global stage. At the end of the day, I tell you, it will be another 60 years we're going to celebrate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Captain Baltongo. Next, we would like to hear from the Managing Director of James Cubitt Architects. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Architect Davies, Alan Davies. Please put your hands together as he makes his way forward. He's coming, so please keep clapping until he gets here. Thank you. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Well, architect Argo Daduke, my professional colleague, and Captain Valtongo, my client, are very hard acts to follow, but I'll do my best. So it is a pleasure to be here this evening to celebrate Knight Frank's Diamond Jubilee. And if you Google Diamond Jubilee, it tells you that the word diamond is used because it represents strength, durability, and enduring value. I think that's a pretty good representation of Knight Frank, Nigeria. Speaking on behalf of James Cubitt Architects, which is a company of the same vintage as Knight Frank, I appreciate how much it takes to not just survive, but to remain relevant and respected over decades. Knight Frank in Nigeria has done that and more. I first got to know Knight Frank in the days of Alan Shelley and Peter Wellborn, both consummate professionals and gentlemen through and through. That introduction gave me a respect for Knight Frank, and I'm glad to say that that has grown even stronger over the years, especially through my friendship with Frank, who has taken the firm to new heights. As architects, we rely on a pipeline of projects, as Arco will tell you, to keep us busy. It's people like you, Knight Frank, who help to make that happen for us. Your knowledge of the market and expertise in producing market surveys and feasibility studies are critical to our clients. And if you say the project is viable, then the project goes ahead. We're currently designing an office building for one of our clients, one of your clients, should I say, and your input has had a significant impact on the size and configuration of the project. So Frank, please remember how closely we are tied to you. So, all I would say is, let me just say that it's been a pleasure to have the opportunity of meeting William, your global chairman. I can't see anybody because the lights are too bright. Ben and your executives from all over Africa. You have a very impressive family. Congratulations once again on 60 years in Nigeria. It's a remarkable achievement and legacy. And I know that leaders like Frank and the wider Knight Frank family here tonight, the future looks rosy. So, congratulations, and here's to the next chapter. Thank you.
Please, a proper round of applause for architect Alan Davies. Thank you. Next, we would like to hear from the chairman of Admiralty Fleet Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Admiral Porbeni as he comes out to speak. Please put your hands together for him. I can't hear the applause. I know that dessert has come out, but if you have free hands, I want you to keep clapping until he gets it. And I'm quite happy for you to speak down here, sir. Okay, sir.
He said I should speak downstairs, but you know I'm not that tall, so I have to say obvious, I have to sing. Well, I will go through Knight Frank to the prison of Frank Okosu. That's the prison I know. Now I remember the global chairman was asking, how do you make Knight Frank? How did it happen? Well, I tell you, Frank, when he came to Port Harcourt as a resident partner, for 1 year he was looking for me. He had that knack of knowing where to be. And at the end, he had to go to somebody else who now called me. Please, there's a young man who wants to see you. See him, he's a good man. So now I decided to see him. Apparently, there's somebody in my office who was in charge of my real estate section. I was preventing him to come. Thereafter we met, we discussed, and typical of now I didn't know where he's staying, who is he. So I went to his office. I saw the building he was living in. And I told him, look, this building, if you want to take care of my building, you can't be in this building. The building is not as good as my office. And typically, really, I moved to my own office, my mall, a big small. We did not stay. And he said, look, I can't go because the rent I have is not up to what I can pay. It's okay, don't whatever you are giving, pay that rent. And that was paying up to today. Okay, we met, and of course, he had done wonders. He's a man who never accepts no. He must be successful. And he's a goal-getter. I can tell you, when I give some problem I cannot solve, you say, Daddy, just go and sleep. I'll go and sleep, and you solve it. It's a man who does everything he wants to do. That's a way to get to me. Now, my flat building in Port Harcourt, he made all effort. They were showing F, in 19 flats, 4 bedroom each, with F rented the place. When F gave me a letter, they couldn't rent it. I wrote the banks in Nigeria. Most of the banks are raised with. And they say nobody assisted. And I wrote to Barclays Bank London. Barclays Bank London saw the vision, gave me the money, and I built the place. And of course, after 5 years, I was able to pay back the loan. That's what said, banks in Nigeria help your people. I know my price here, you hear me? Yeah. So that's one of the things. And also, there was a time I was going, I had the place in Lagos here. And it told me, look, there's a new law now, which I know, that federal government owns this land, try and acquire it. And I said, okay, I want to acquire it. We went all went to the minister, everything, and got the approval for me. Today, that land is a lot of money. Although other places argue with me for the land. So Frank, thank you so much for getting it. Also, the fact that by the time we're about to go in, we made this first census, and they all agree that there are 2 estate agents in this country. And I said, why the 2? They told me there are 2. One is Knight Frank, I don't know others. Of course, I'm going through Knight Frank because what I found out established again that there's Knight, there's Frank. Frank is the father of Knight. That's why I have Knights and a Frank. And when we were trying to establish who to take charge of it, I told somebody, I said, look, Knight Frank show, and today is, and they are taking Knight Frank to a great height. You can see that Knight Frank will look at the celebration for 60. The next celebration will be bigger one. Knight Frank, thank you so much, and God bless you. And God bless you.
Please put your hands together properly for Admiral Pogeni. Very kind words, heartfelt and true. We appreciate you, sir. Someone once said to me, the proof of success is succession. In other words, it's not enough to be able to do something if you can't teach other people to do it too. It's not enough to just be a successful business if you haven't raised leaders in your stead who can take over when you're done. And to have raised a business that has lasted for 60 years, Knight Frank has proven that they, in fact, hundreds of years, if you think of it, beyond Nigeria and the many countries in which Knight Frank operates, is obviously truly a succession plan within Knight Frank. But more than having a succession plan within Knight Frank Nigeria decided it's not enough for us to succeed alone in this industry. They said it's important for us to raise others. And so they started the Knight Frank Academy, where they train people to make up that gap. As you guys know, in Nigeria, what happens many times is people graduate from university having attained a degree. But when they take that degree to the market, they find that that degree doesn't quite measure up to the demands of the industries that they have applied to. And Knight Frank has decided to bridge that gap by training people through the Knight Frank Academy, so that when they graduate from the university and the academy, they're equipped to excel in the industry. And tonight we want to present you 3 of the graduates that have come out of Knight Frank, and there have been up to 60 so far, above 60 graduates out of Knight Frank. That's worthy of applause, I think. To help us with that, ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome a global coach and a leader in the person of Toyin Lasaki. Please put your hands together as Toyin Lasaki comes to bring you and present you 3 of the graduates from the Knight Frank Academy. Keep clapping till she gets here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, all guests present. I stand on the established protocol. I'm the head of HR for Knight Frank, and my name is Toyin Lasaki. I remember when I joined Knight Frank, August 2020, One of the vision my CEO, Mr. Frank Okosu, sold to me was the vision of the Knight Frank Academy. Then he had a rough idea what he wanted, which was to bridge the talent gap in the real estate space. And he charged me with that responsibility of making it a reality, of bringing it to reality. And today, like Ike said, we have 60 graduates from that academy. We've done Quart 1, Quart 2, Quart 3. And for us, apart from creating a talent pipeline for Knight Frank and other real estate firms within Lagos State and Nigeria, we've also used it as a CSR project to give back to the community. We have our faculty members are renowned real estate professionals, lecturers from renowned higher institutions. I'll be presenting 2 of the graduates from the academy this evening. Adebola Badegeshin from Quart 3. Quart 3 we just recently completed last month. And then I have Kenneth Oraneku from Quart 2. A round of applause for them as they come up stage. One of them will be sharing her experience at the academy and how she's going to apply the learnings gained from the academy. Thank you.
No two properties are the same. Everything in real estate has to be documented. Your net worth is a function of your network. Here are some of the lessons I have learned from being at the Knight Frank Academy. Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adebola Badegeshin from Quart 3 of the Knight Frank Academy. I would say that my experience from the academy has been incredibly awesome. We have been taken through the core aspects of real estate, ranging from property valuation and advisory, property management and facilities management, real estate brokerage and capital markets. Being at the academy and learning from top real estate professionals has helped to bridge the gap between textbook theories and real life practice. We have just recently concluded the 2-month in-class session, and I am currently in the property management department at Knight Frank, Nigeria. I look forward to applying those lessons learned and more lessons to be learned as I move forward in the real estate industry. I would like to say a very big thank you to the senior partner of Knight Frank Nigeria, Mr. Frank Okosu, and to the entire Knight Frank Nigeria team for this incredible opportunity to learn, grow, network, and make an impact in the real estate space. I would like to say to everyone here that you should look out for Knight Frank Academy graduates, because we're definitely onto something big. Thank you everyone, and have a good evening.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for them. We appreciate you. All right, well, the night is young. Don't be rushing. Let me just tell you some of the things that are coming later so that you don't rush out when we're cutting the cake, all right? We have one of the finest voices in Nigerian music that's going to come and sing for you. Let me tell you a little bit about him. He first came on the public scene in a competition called The Voice, where he was a contestant. His performance of an already established song then on The Voice was so phenomenal, it broke the internet. Literally, the sales for the original song, which was an American song, went up just because some little Nigerian boy came on the scene singing that song. Since then, he has stayed at the top of the Nigerian charts. He sings with a hint of an Eastern flavor, but an international standard. I speak of no other than the very, very, very talented Chike, coming to sing for you later today, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, no, you have to put your hands together properly. So Chike is going to be entertaining you in song very shortly. Also, the gentleman to my right, who's been behind the DJ deck, DJ Deluxe, he has been banned by Lagos State from playing at funerals. The last funeral he played at, the dead body got up to dance. I'm not even playing. I'm not even playing. He's that good, right? So Knight Frank spared no expense in making sure that you're entertained tonight. They brought him out. He's also going to be playing for as long as your shoes will allow you. And when the shoes get too much, after all the speeches, ladies, I understand, take those high heels off. Gentlemen, if the shoes are killing you, dance in your socks, all right? We're going to have a good time. We want you to celebrate with Knight Frank, so don't rush out of here. Having said that, we would like to cut the Knight Frank 60th anniversary cake. I would like to invite our senior partner and CEO of Knight Frank Nigeria, as well as our global chair, to join us in cutting that cake. Any members of the international family that are present, please join us. I would also ask the senior leadership team to be on standby to join them as well. Please put your hands together as they make their way to the stage. Mr. Frank Okosu, Mr. William Beardmore Gray, please join us on the stage. If we could have Mrs. Okosu please join us. Mrs. Okosu, if you are present. This is a big photo. Photographers, you're going to have to do this in a very skilled manner to get. I think we could take 1 or 2 people on the other side of Mr. Okosu. Thank you. Just to get some more people behind the cake. Is Mrs. Okosu up here yet? No, I don't think so. If she is here, please let her know. We would love to have her in this photo. I don't see her coming. I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to let this photo happen. Everybody, our photographers are right in front of you. If I could ask that we make a bit of an arc by asking you to move forward. Mrs. Okosu is coming. Please put your hands together for her. Just so you know, he was not about to take this picture without you. Let's get ready to cut that cake. Here's to another 60, another 100, another 200 years of Knight Frank in Nigeria. Come on, put your hands together for Knight Frank, ladies and gentlemen. And the staff as well throughout your speech here. Please put your hands together for someone who is not shy to share the light with someone else.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening once again. Where do I start? We're so excited. I mean, when we started the planning of this 60th anniversary celebration, it seemed to us like one Herculean task that we won't be able to deliver. But our senior partner, Mr. Frank Okosu, the man of the moment, like Ike introduced him. A round of applause for him, please. He kept on telling us, and he was so confident that the anniversary is going to be successful. And here we are today, 20th of June, 2025. Knight Frank Nigeria, celebrating 60 years in style, with all of our friends, all of our clients, colleagues from all over the world celebrating with us. We are so excited, and we can't thank you enough. And believe you me, we do not take your presence for granted. We understand that some of you had to travel, some of you had to reschedule your trips, some of you had to return to Nigeria earlier than you planned, just to celebrate with us. And not for any other reason but because of how Mr. Frank Okosun has been managing relationships. And that's one thing that stands him out as a person. He is a relationship manager. When he starts a relationship today, and in another 1 month, you would think that they've been together for 10 years because he nurtures relationship. And what am I driving at? Start counting down to Knight Frank 70. Start counting down. So that has been said. We are so glad that you have stayed with us up until now. We appreciate you that you have enjoyed the meal tonight. We appreciate you that you've enjoyed the good wine, and we appreciate you that you've shared with us your very, very warm company. Please don't be in a hurry to leave. As Ike said, we still have some good music. We still have a lot of entertainment. To wrap up the night, because it's indeed worth celebrating. It's indeed worth celebrating. So thank you so much, and thank you so much. On behalf of Knight Frank Nigeria, on behalf of Knight Frank Global, we appreciate you. We appreciate you so, so much. A round of applause for yourselves, please. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Please put your hands together for him. That was without any notice. Imagine how well he would do if I gave him any time to prepare. All right, before I hand over to the next person taking you into the rest of the night, I'd like to welcome a very estimable partner that has been with Knight Frank through decades, and we really appreciate it. Please put your hands together for Chief Estienne Okeke as he comes to say a few words as well before I shut things down. Please put your hands together for him. Please put your hands together. Keep clapping till he gets here. Keep clapping till he gets here, Chief Okeke. Just keep clapping till he gets here. Keep clapping. He is coming, Chief Okeke.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, great leaders of Nigeria, business sector, private business sectors here, and from abroad. In particular, the global head of Knight Frank London, and members of the Knight Frank from outside Britain, from Dubai, from Tanzania, from Botswana, from all over Africa and India. I would want to welcome you sincerely to this occasion. A lot has been said about Knight Frank already. You may like to know that I, standing here, am one of those who founded Knight Frank Nigeria. It was me. It was Alan John Shelley, one Paul Mitchell, and then myself. That the British home-based company, Knight Frank, sent us to Lagos to set up the firm. Indeed, before I came here, after my graduation, University of London, estate management, I worked for the Knight Frank and Rotley, not Knight Frank, which we know today. It has been Knight Frank and Rotley. I had left the firm before Rotley left. The name was dropped on grounds clear to the home-based company. So, we started this firm at the 3rd floor of 47 Marina in 3 rooms. 3 rooms only. I first of all, after finishing with 20 hours school at Knight Frank, I came over in October 1964, when the firm was being put into place in the proper government circles. And we started with the what Alan Shelley, who was a chartered surveyor of many years. Before he became independence, he worked for 10 years in Nigeria Railway Corporation before he joined John Holt. And it was when he joined John Holt that Knight Frank already discovered him and found him very capable. And the discussion about setting up the firm came in place. So they chose Alan Shelley, myself, and Paul. I came personally October 1964. During the process of establishing the firm took place, we were working under the name of Shelley and Co. Then it took about 3 months to get the process ready. So by February 1, 1965, we transited from Shelley and Co. to Knight Frank and Rodley. That was February 1, 1965. Then what propelled the firm and which are still is in progress is to be number 1 and to practice the profession in accordance with the ethics of the profession. Integrity, honesty, and through professionalism. No cutting of corners. A number of occasions, because I set up the valuation department while Paul Mitchell set up agency department. The temptation has always been to cut corners. A big businessman will come to you and say, he wants you to value his property, he wants you to make it so much, and he will give you an envelope. We have always said no. And it is the creed in Knight Frank that anybody that goes against this automatically is sent away. That's the rule we made, and we have always kept to it. This is why in commercial circles, in bank circles, if you want to do a proper valuation, they tell you go to Knight Frank. And that was why during the incorporation, during the enterprise promotion decree and the formation of capitalization of many companies to PLC, it was Knight Frank and Rodley that did valuation of most of the companies. And here, I have valued, up to the time I left, any company that's worth anything. All the breweries, Nigerian Brewery, Guinness, the one I started in Ibadan, and then the Kaduna Breweries, values, cement companies, Semco, all the cement companies in the country. So, most of the companies always had to look for Knight Frank and Rodney because that will give you the true value of your worth. I would advise a number of businessmen here to stick to Knight Frank and Rodney because by that you will safeguard their business. I thank you once again. I thank most of my friends that came here, old members that supported Knight Frank, like Good Hebrew family. I'm very happy to see you here. J.K. Randall, I'm happy to see you here. And many others. I thank all of you very much, and I wish you safe journey back to Britain, back to Dubai, back to Arabic. Thank you very much indeed.
Please put your hands together for Chief Essien Okeke. We appreciate you, sir. Your memory is still amazing. I have problems remembering some of my former office colleagues. He remembers every file and every document. Please put your hands together for him. If he were hired today, he would still do Knight Frank justice. We appreciate you. Thank you. I'd like to welcome a certain gentleman. Who's going to take you into the rest of the evening, and I want to hand over to him. He is a phenomenal gentleman. He's like a grenade that you throw into a party and the whole place explodes. Everybody starts to dance and have a good time. And he's going to make sure that the rest of your evening is even far more fun than it has been already. So get ready. Him and your entertainer and the DJ are going to make sure the rest of your night is one to remember. Please make welcome Nigeria's finest hype man. We love him. We call him the turn-up master, the guy who just makes every party much better. Please make welcome Shodi. Please put your hands together for Shodi.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, let me get a round of applause.
It has been a pleasure serving you. We'll catch you at the next anniversary.
How we doing? Happy anniversary, Knight Frank. 60 years is not easy. But I'm on stage right now, so this is the time where you get to take off your bow ties, get to take off your shoes, get to take off your wigs, get to take off your agbada, because we are about to party and party hard. So ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? I'm about to introduce to you right now one of Nigeria's finest vocalists. He's got a voice of gold and sings like no other. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one, the only, GK! Do not go anywhere, else we'll be partying hard immediately after this. So I need everybody on their feet right now.
Why now?